You are live. We are here. I have been cooking up this training for you. I was inspired at the last minute. We're starting a little bit late, but we made it before Facebook kicked us out of this StreamYard. Welcome. This is Give Voice to Your Vision, where we stop the spinning wheel and we get real, so it is clarity you feel. Today, we're talking videos. I just spent some fun time here creating some teaching notes. We're talking about video essentials. So if you're watching from the Power Up Your Presence group, we have a very special invitation for you today, an early sneak peek access for you today. We are going to share, I have to get that link for you guys. We are going to share a resource that's very powerful to help you get going with videos, up level your videos, be more consistent with your videos. And we're talking videos. I'm bringing to you, we're talking video essentials. So I hear from people all the time that they're not using video and they have these challenges. So I'm going to actually talk to you today about 10 common obstacles to making videos and tell you what to do instead. Now, as you know, if you're following me, if you're here part of this community, we're talking mostly to transformation industry experts. Transformation is accelerating. People are waking up and looking for support and encouragement. This is a powerful time for you to show up. Video is simply one of the most powerful tools that you have to show up because of how it helps you connect, because of how it helps you build rapport, because it is fast, it is consumable, people like it, people want it. You can give a ton of information and value fast, and people see your voice, your face, your energetic presence, the map that is you, and then you can ring through, resonate with your ideal audience, the people who are going to most resonate with what you're bringing through. And so that's why we want to help you accelerate your video impact. And that's what we're going to talk about today. So I hear these things all the time. If you're in the Power Up Your Presence group, when you joined that group, you probably checked one of these boxes. And first of all, I just want you to know, for some people, just do it doesn't work when it comes to video. Some of us need some more support. Many of the people who feel called also have some vulnerability around being visible. And the fast video formula that I'm going to share with you, no matter where you're watching today, is going to help you get started and answer some of the major challenges that people have. The one, what do I say? What do I make a video about? We're going to go into that in just a second. I'm going to share that with you. And it is not always able to shift when you just make yourself do it. Now, for some people, we can just make ourselves do it, and that's great. But for many people, especially those who feel called, who feel connected to divine purpose, it can be extremely vulnerable. So first thing you got to do is get off your back and find your own courage, permission, and a mentor. Those of you who've been following me for a little while, I have a background in the theater and had the opportunity to do a lot of TV commercials, but I had huge stage fright to overcome. And even though I made my living doing TV commercials, I didn't want to talk about my business and promote my business on video. It felt vulnerable and weird and honestly unsafe. We're going to talk a little bit about some of those things that come up for people today. And I had to find mentors and guides who helped give me that, oh yeah, feeling, that aha feeling, right? I learned in Julia Cameron's Artist Way 2 decades ago that great direction, I've experienced it, great direction, great mentorship is when you go, oh yeah, it gives you that aha, I'm going to try that. And the courage and the willingness to show up and do it, versus what we tend to seek out sometimes, or what we're often what we'll get when it comes to being visible, public speaking, certainly in the performance world and the arts world, is this mentors or guides who maybe feel like they need to protect us from making a fool of ourselves or being mediocre. And so we'll get people who feel like we need to be critiqued, or we'll seek out people more honestly, more truthfully, we seek out people who will critique us because we're afraid of being mediocre or not good enough. We're going to talk about that today. So I'm just going to say a couple of things. Sometimes just do it doesn't work. And that means you need some support, some system, some encouragement, some community. We're going to talk about those things today too. But you got to get off your back. You got to get off your own back. If we say, I know I should, and I'm going to make myself, and then we don't, sometimes we can be pretty hard on ourselves. And that's just feeding the resistance, okay? So that's a little bit of mindset framework before we jump in. The first thing that I hear so often, we're going to do 10 of these things today. If you're here and when you come back to watch the replay, let me know you're here. And if you're watching in the Power Up Your Presence group on Facebook, we're going to open early access to something for you, and you'll have to comment on the video in order for me to get that access to you. So let me know you're here. Share your takeaways. That increases the value that other people will be able to receive from this training. So the first thing I hear, we're talking 10 common obstacles to making videos and what to do instead. The first thing I hear is, I don't know how to do it right or well enough, which is totally understandable, right? It seems like we compare ourselves to others. We compare our insides to other people's outsides, and we're like, they're great on video. I don't know what to do. And we have to tell ourselves the truth about what is under that. What is under that is fear. Now, there's several different ways this fear is trying to protect us, right? So here's what I want you to know. I didn't get a chance to type in everything, but if you're not sure how to do it right, let me tell you, I really want to have a banner for this, but it's going to be too complicated, so I won't. So when you have these fears, this perfectionism, it is keeping you small, and it's telling you it's keeping you safe. But in actuality, perfect is done. Doing video perfectly imperfect. You can't do it wrong. And your transformation, your clarity happens through implementation. So if you choose to download or re-download the fast video formula that I'm going to share with you today at the end of the call, and you're going to get a training on my record and release method, which is super powerful if you are really blocked when it comes to that record button going and the words flying out of your mind. So keep that in mind and stick around to download that training at the end, okay? Fear of not being good enough, fear of being judged, fear of making a fool of yourself, of what other people think or what they might say about you, right? We feel open to ridicule. It is vulnerable to do videos, right? It's out there in the world. We feel like we're standing naked on a national television show and everybody's looking at us, right? Dating myself with the television show, right? We're streaming live naked is what it feels like. And it's crippling. And that perfectionism is impacting more than your videos. Just know that, okay? That vulnerability around stepping into leadership, around sharing your message, around being seen, around being heard is impacting more than your videos. And we'll talk a little bit more about that in just a sec. Okay, so that is fear, and you have a choice. Fear is stealing your choice, but you have a choice. You can choose to be a leader. You can choose to transform. If you're in the transformation industry, you probably already have transformed. You have your own transformation, and that led to calling to help others transform. And your transformation doesn't stop. And for many people that I support and work with that are here in this community, the transformation happens through implementation. Your continued expansion is going to make you more powerful for your clients. It's going to help you make more impact. Marianne Williamson taught us in her Return to Love book, again, a couple of decades ago, as we are liberated from our fears, our presence automatically liberates others. Okay, so that is the power of you stepping into being more vocal and visible as a leader to share your message. All right, this is not small stuff. And it's not just do it, bang it out there, slap it together either. All right, but we got to start somewhere. So the second thing I hear is that I don't know what to make a video about. And that's exactly why I created the fast video formula that I'm going to share with you. Some of you may have downloaded this in the past. I want you to download it again. We have a whole series of trainings that you're going to get, little 1-minute trainings to help you implement. You got to implement in order to do it. And for those of you in the Power Up Your Presence group, I'm going to give you early access to one of my powerful courses, early cyber access. We're doing the Cyber Monday thing this year, and I'm going to give you early access to that. And it also includes one-on-one time with me and 3 months of our support. So you got to You don't got to, but you want to heal this. You want to continue the expansion, and being seen, being witnessed, being held, having a safe place to land as you play bigger is essential. And it's going to change more than your videos for sure. All right. So I don't know what to make a video about. The fast video formula is going to help you. And I am going to give you a sneak peek in the fast video formula. I like to call them teeny tiny teaching topics. Okay, so this is a learning to take stuff you know, stuff you've learned, your message, your gifts, your perspective, your client interactions, your takeaways from this training right here, and share it with your own audience, right? And learning how to create these teeny tiny teaching topics. And that's what the fast video formula gives you a great structure for how to do that. So this could be client interactions, your own personal ahas or things that you're working on and sharing, stuff you learn, inspiration, education, tactics and tools and strategies that are working for you or your clients. And that's one of the things I'm going to help you get good at in the fast video formula. Again, if you haven't downloaded it recently, we've up-leveled it this year. Comes with a whole little training series afterwards, so you don't want to miss it. You want to stick around to get that link at the end of this training. So that's number 2. So we did number 1, I don't know how to do it right. And we know that that is fear, and you are worthy of support, and you're not alone, right? Number 2, I don't know what to make a video about. So we talked about teeny tiny teaching topics. Yeah. Number 3, where do I do a video? What do I have to do it on YouTube? Do I have to do it on Facebook? Do I have to get TikTok-ish? I know people in my world, and being of a certain age, TikTok's a little bit like, whoa, for me. Reels, there's so many places to do videos. So we go into a whole, that could be a whole training in and of itself. And I'm always learning because there's always new platforms coming along, right? So here's the short answer to where do I use video? How do I use video? You want to put your videos where your audience is, where the people that you're aligned with are hanging out, and very important, and where you enjoy being. So if you are hanging out on Facebook and you find that fun and you're engaged and you have a community there, maybe that's where you're going to put your videos, right? If you want to build a YouTube channel, super powerful platform. We hope to up-level our YouTube channel in 2022 for sure. So be there if your audience is there. So the short answer to where do I put a video, how do I put a video, the fast video formula is designed around helping you get really good at short, high value videos so that you can start to have a consistent video presence. You can start to get confidence. There's so many silver linings. We'll talk about some of the silver linings here in just a sec too. So the third question, the third common obstacle is, where do I put a video? I don't know how to get started. Where do I start? The short answer is, where's your audience hanging out? And where are you already enjoying being? Okay. Number 4 common obstacle. I'm not techie. It's going to be a total time suck. I'm going to have to edit and whiz bangs, and I don't know the whole complicated video marketing strategy that I have to implement. So if I don't already know it, I'm going to look unprofessional. My videos aren't going to be good enough, et cetera, right? So here's what I want you to know. If you have one of these little smartphones, you have everything you need to start making video right away with a few simple tools. There are so many silver linings to getting going and getting good at these teeny tiny teaching topics. Yeah. So the answer, if you're not good at tech, technology is here to stay. It's not going anywhere. So get the support you need. And first of all, keep it simple. Like I just said, if you have one of these, you can start using video to share your message in a way that attracts and enrolls clients. All right, keep it simple. Don't overcomplicate it. You don't need a whole studio. You don't need everything to be perfect. You don't need fancy editing stuff. Just because you can do that, and that stuff is more accessible today. There's a lot to be said for a live video that you do on your phone, because people know it's live. And even if you don't want to do live video, YouTube has statistics that'll tell you people care more about what you have to share than your production value. Okay, so keep it simple. And this is the thing I can tell you in answer to all of these common obstacles that come up. To begin. Video is the most powerful. Video means that you're showing up to share your message in the biggest possible way, period. All right. If it's traumatic and too vulnerable, there's some deeper healing work for you to do. And that's important too, right? It may not be your first marketing platform, but it is the most powerful. It is saying, I will be seen. I will share my message. I will reach and serve the world. Videos are playing and working and sharing your message 24 hours a day, around the clock, around the world, every day of the year. You can have a presence that's sharing your message when you're willing to get going with video, or when you're willing to up-level your video and be consistent with your video. That's one of the things I hear a lot too, is the consistency thing. But first, number 5, common reasons why people don't get going with video or don't stay going, get going, keep going, get good at, is they just hate being on camera. And let me just tell you first off, there's a reason for that, and it's valid, okay? Couple of things. Molecules behave differently under observation. If you want to explore the slit test on YouTube, quantum physics tells us that molecules behave differently under observation. We can feel it when we're on camera. It's different, okay? That's real, and it is vulnerable. And if you say, oh, I just need to get over myself and buck up and make myself do it, you may strengthen the resistance rather than your own willingness and clarity. Now, imagine, I want to do another truth telling here. If that is what's holding you back, I hate the way I look and sound, I hate being on camera, I hate the way the sound of my voice is, all of those things, then it's impacting way more than your videos. It's definitely impacting your business. It's impacting your life, your confidence, your prosperity, and your own impact, because you're not able to put this powerful platform to work. And so again, I'll go back to what we said earlier, healing those blocks and fears around being seen and heard through implementation. Transformation happens through implementation, but through support and clarity and community. That's where the transformation is accelerated. All right. So if you just hate being on camera, imagine how overcoming that fear or holding back or self-judgment will impact not only your business, but your impact, right? Your life, how you move in the world. That's another reason video is so powerful, right? It captures your energetic presence. So overcoming that I hate the way I look and sound thing is huge. Again, it transforms sales conversations, it transforms impact, it transforms how you're able to show up, partnerships, community building, everything. So there's silver linings to get going on video, to build your confidence, to have this become one of your go-to platforms, and this is one of them. Imagine what overcoming those blocks and fears, and honestly, for many of us, self-hatred, self-judgment, self-loathing around being seen and heard, that's keeping us small, and it's telling us that it's keeping us safe. But it isn't really. It's holding us back, and that takes energy. That costs us something. There's a cost to holding back and to being so hard on ourselves and hating ourselves, right? So if this can become a tool for you to clear and serve, then why not, right? It's worth your time, energy, attention, focus, investment. All right. Number 6, I say I'm going to do video. I jumped in and started doing video. I really want to do video, but then I just don't do it. All right, you're not alone. Actually, I believe you're still among the many. You may look out there and think everybody's doing video but me, and oh, they're so good at it and it's so easy. But I hear from hundreds of people ongoing that they know they should. It's the word they use. I should be doing video, but I'm not. And I even know people who have worked with me in the past, gotten really good, and then gone our separate ways and come back around and they're like, I totally dropped the ball and it got vulnerable again, right? And it impacts their business. So what do you do if you say you're going to do it and you don't? This is the thing. This is the new normal. We don't need more individual tactics, tools, and strategies. You need support. And when we have blocks and fears and we're not sure what to say, we're still honing our message, we need encouragement, flat out. Now, this doesn't mean like, oh, good, you're great, just go. Some of that is great, but you have to know, what can you do to make it better? Not just, what you're doing wrong. For example, counting how many times you say doesn't help. It just makes pressure. It might bring a little bit of awareness, but you need to be given another idea of what to do instead of being told what not to do. And so you need support, encouragement. You want to get clear, right? You want to allow inspiration. Inspiration is something you receive. And being witnessed, we call our process, my process is called transformative witnessing, where we hold and witness each other and see you in a container where other people are taking that same risk and being in that same vulnerability. The transformation is exponential. It's hugely accelerated. So support, encouragement, clarity, inspiration, and community. If you don't know, or you say you're going to do it and you're not, that's what you need. Support, encouragement, clarity, inspiration, and community. The other thing I hear often with people about who aren't being consistent with video is I'm inconsistent. I say I'm going to do, I stop and start, I get an idea and I do it, but it's sporadic. And here's the thing about sporadic, the algorithm loves consistency and rewards your consistency, okay? So I do it in fits and starts. This will definitely tank your results, which makes it kind of hard to keep going because you're like, oh, I did it, but it didn't work. And right? Those fits and starts can be draining and confusing. And so here's the one thing I want you to know in order to help with your consistency. Your offer, the thing you are leading to, is your guidepost. And having a strategy for what you're talking about so that it leads to a natural next conversation that is, hey, this is how I can help you. Would you like to hear more about it? Will help you be consistent. So you need to have, I like to think of it as a campaign style strategy, not push, launch, rush, hammer. I do that sometimes too. There's value in that. That's another training. But your offer is your guidepost, and having a strategy, I like to think of a campaign style strategy. So you have a flow. It helps you have a 30-day flow or a 45-day flow or a 2-week flow. As you get those flowing, it helps you not only to get better results, it helps you be consistent so you can keep going. But when you get one of those flows that's working, you've created something that you can do again and again and again. Very powerful to scale and leverage your time and just to increase your sales and enrollment. Yeah. So having that campaign style strategy. I'm just going to do a quick recap. If you're hopping in here, we've talked about so far, I don't know how to do it right. We're talking about 10 common obstacles to making videos and what to do instead. One of those things, the first thing is here, I don't know how to do it right or well enough. And we called that what it is. It's fear on many levels of being judged, of not being good enough, all of those things. Get that handled, usually with support and mentorship. Number 2, I don't know what to make a video about. So we talked about teeny tiny teaching topics, and I'm going to share my fast video formula with you at the end of this call so you can get good at those teeny tiny teaching topics. We talked about where do I go live or where do I put the video? And the short answer is where your audience is and where you like to hang out. We talked about I'm not good with tech and it's going to be a total time suck. Tech isn't going anywhere, so you need to work on the mindset and your relationship with technology, yeah? And then keep it simple and to begin, right? And then we talked about number 5 is I just hate being on camera. I hate the way I look and sound. We did a little deep dive on this just now, a few minutes ago. So it's worth the replay if you're coming back to go back and listen to that. This impacts everything about how you move in the world and how you are. Ralph Waldo Emerson taught us who you are. Speak so loudly, I can't hear what you're saying. It is you being you in your powerful, energetic presence that will attract the right people to work with you and to invest in the transformation you can help them to have. We talked about imagine what overcoming that I hate the way I look and sound will do on every level. Yeah, every level. Number 6 was I say I'm going to do a video, but then I don't do a video. I say I'm going to do it, but I don't. We talked about how the algorithm rewards consistency. It is so much easier to keep going than it is to get going. And having support, encouragement, clarity about what you're talking about where you're going. We're going to talk about that next, catch you up, and being inspired and having community and getting new ideas and getting some encouragement just to keep going is so important in today's massively busy virtual online world. We're inundated with opportunities, and it can feel like everybody's already said what we're saying, but nobody is you. And we need that support and community to keep going. Yeah. So number 7 was that I'm inconsistent. I do it, but then I stop, or I do one video, but then it's like 6 months before I do another, or 2 weeks, or 3 weeks, or 4 weeks, whatever it is, right? So I'm inconsistent. So how do we stay consistent? We remember your offer is your guidepost. If you know where you're going and you have a clear offer, then that is part of how we teach the formula in the accelerator of, okay, if this is where I'm going, then here's where my audience is, and these are the things that they're looking for solutions and answers and inspiration around, so I can talk and teach about them, right? So your offer is your guidepost, and then having your campaign strategy. So this is, what am I talking about over these few days, and how is it leading to a conversation about that real transformation people can have when they decide to invest in themselves and work with me? Yeah, having a strategy instead of just do a video. I got to do a video. It's so overwhelming. It's like staring at a blank canvas or a blank piece of paper before you write your novel, right? Having a strategy, your offer is your guidepost. And then I hear, when we talk about that, the next thing I hear, number 8, is I don't have a system. I'm too busy being visible to do videos. I'm too busy to have more clients. Right? And I call that scattershot visibility. And when you have a system, a rhythm, I like to say a rhythm, many of us balk at structure, right? But when you know your rhythm and you know how you work and you know that offer, you know where you're going, it becomes much easier to find your rhythm and be consistent. And so having a system or a rhythm is the way to get that consistency that we just talked about. Yeah. So clarify your offer, right? You really only need one. Clarify your offer. And also the platforms, meaning, are you a writer? Do you have a blog, or do you want to write emails or a book? Then that's one of your strengths. Claim your most aligned platforms means play to your strengths. So do you like to improvise and talk and teach? Video's definitely your platform there, right? So know where you're going, clarify your offer, have your guidepost. That allows you to do all the market research you need in order to figure out what to talk about and to be consistent, right? And then start where your strengths are and keep it focused. I say start with 3 aligned platforms. I do believe we need a social media presence. I do believe that video is one of the most powerful tools you have. And I do believe we need an email list in order to have a real business. But if video is completely out of your mind, get the support you need. If it's totally triggering and overwhelming, it doesn't have to stay that way. But you might start with your strengths, with written posts, or more, I call you composers and improvisers, right? So you want to claim the platforms that are most aligned with your strengths and start there, and then be consistent, right? All right. Number 9 is I'm being visible, but I don't have engagement, or I'm not getting clients from it. And this gets into messaging. There's a lot of reasons why that can be happening. But this gets into messaging. And this is one of the things that we talk about again and again. I think it's easier for people outside of our own heads and our own space to help us with messaging. This is where you find your message, and it's the language of your client. So when there's not engagement, you might be talking and teaching in your jargon or your methodology or your process. Those of us in the transformation space are in love with our process. It's changed our lives, and we know what they need, right? And so learning the language of your clients means to start to know what they think they need and how they say it, and to speak and use the words and teach and show up in your videos using the words your clients can hear. And it's our job as the business owner, visibility, leads, sales, enrollment, that's how you have a business. And it's our job as the transformation leader and the business owner to meet the audience, the clients where they are, and build the bridge through our visibility that leads them toward us to say, how can I get your help? Okay. Learning the language of your clients. This is something that is ongoing for everyone I've ever known, whether they're making $2 million a year or $20,000 a year. Learning the language of your clients, getting our head around it, finding the way that we're going to help capture their imagination and desire, help them solve the problems they have, that's marketing, right? That's sharing your message. So the last of these 10 common obstacles that keep us from using video consistently, or having the results we want from video is I just don't see the return on investment. Your ROI is the return on investment. I tried making a bunch of videos, or worst case, I paid somebody to make me a bunch of fancy whiz-bang videos, but they're not getting me clients. And that's heartbreaking. But it doesn't mean that the platform of video isn't working for you. It's, again, most likely having some messaging support, being clear on your offer and the language of your clients, and then staying the course. Repetition. The confidence and clarity formula is courage plus implementation times repetition, right? Courage plus inspired action times repetition. And let me tell you, it's hard to keep going if you're not getting the results that you want. What do we do next? What do we learn? How do we learn? And that's where having community support and mentorship is so powerful. So a quick recap of our 10 common obstacles. 1, I don't know how to do it right or well enough. We're going to call it what it is. It's fear. Get the support and community you need, and stop worrying about what other people think, and start your videos, right? I don't know what to make a video about. These are your teeny tiny teaching topics. We're going to share the fast video formula. It's a free download from me. It has some training videos. We're going to follow it up to help, little 1 minute, 2 minute ways for you to implement and get better at it. That's how we transform, right? I don't know where to do a video or go live, and you want to do that where your audience is and where you are most comfortable, confident, enjoy. Yeah. Number 4, I'm not good with tech. It's going to be a total time suck. The answer to that is to keep it simple. If you have a smartphone, then I hope you have a smartphone, because you can run your whole business from it. Not ideal, but doable. And keep it simple. The technology doesn't have to be fancy. In our Make Videos That Sell program, we help you find a little bit of natural lighting or some simple technology, clean lens on your smartphone, angles, background, storytelling, and you. Okay, keep it simple. And to begin. That is how you will get better and more confident. All right. Number 5, I hate the way I look and sound. Truth telling, this is stopping everything. This is impacting everything about how you're running your business and showing up in your life. So imagine what overcoming it will do. There are tools. If you choose to download the fast video formula, there's some of the trainings. The record and release method will get you started if it's really charged. But this is overcomable. This is what I had to overcome in order to share the songs that dropped into my head. And it's the foundation of everything I teach around being visible, clearing blocks and fears around being seen and heard. It's your work in this world. If you're a transformation leader, you are called. This is your work. And as you continue to expand and heal and move through and let go of those fears that are keeping you stuck or self-loathing and all that stuff, you're going to be even more impactful and more powerful. We never get done, right? Perfect is done. And we don't ever finish our own transformation and expansion. Number 6, I say I'm going to do it, but I don't. You need a little encouragement. We all do right now. One of the things we've pivoted hugely during the COVID thing is implementation, focused implementation support. We need that more than we need more training. We need encouragement, community, clarity, and support. So find your tribe, invest your time, energy, focus, attention there, and find those people that are giving you that, oh yeah, feeling, the aha feeling, not the, oh God, I just never get it right feeling. Yeah. So you can be uplifted and expand. I'm inconsistent. I do a video and then I don't, or I do it for a couple of weeks and then I don't. The answer to that, what to do instead, is your offer is your guidepost. And again, you only need one. Your offer is your guidepost. Clarify that offer, and that's going to help you to know what to talk about. Next, in having a strategy. So when you know where you're going, got to know where you are, got to know where you're going, got to know where your clients are, got to know where they want to go. And your offer is how they get there, right? So that backing up from there is how you create your content, all right, your topics. And then I don't have a system. I'm all over the map. I call that scattershot visibility. And it can feel like, oh, they're doing really well on this platform, on Instagram, and she's doing really well on LinkedIn. And is my client on Instagram, or is it on LinkedIn, or are they on Facebook? Are they on YouTube? And where should I be? And do I need a Twitter account? And should I be on TikTok? It can be so overwhelming. All right. So I say pick three, your top three primary platforms, focus and focus again. Yeah. And number 10, did I do number 9? Oh, number 9 is not having the engagement you want or the clients you want. And that gets us back to the messaging, really learning and continuing to learn and evolve and grow with the language of our clients. How do they say it? What do they think? What are they looking for? And learning how to frame up your contents and your teeny tiny teaching topics around those things in their language, and not getting lost in the language of your jargon and your processy stuff, right? Very tricky for those of us in the transformation world. And then finally, it's not worth it. It takes too much time. It's too hard. Again, keep it simple. And if you're not getting the engagement of the clients you want, it's most likely some messaging support, offer clarity, and then a community and encouragement to help you keep going. What are you going to tweak? What do you need to up level? So that is what I wanted to share with you today. I'm going to quickly check in and see if we have comments. If you come back and you're watching the replay, I really want to know you're here. If you're watching live, let us know you're here in the comments. I'm going to find, I thought I had it here and I don't. I'm going to share, I'll post here in the group, I'm going to post the fast video formula. This is my gift to you. It will be followed up with a couple of really tight teaching videos, 1 minute, 2 minute ways for you to implement this right away. I know I can find that link. And for those of you who are in the Power Up Your Presence community on Facebook, heads up, listen up. Power Up Your Presence community on Facebook. If you're watching on YouTube or if you're on the business page, you're invited to join the Power Up Your Presence group on Facebook. You can come in there, and that's an amazing community. We do free trainings in there as well. And as a member, I'm going to share our open up our Cyber Monday invitation to you guys starting now. So all you got to do is tell me that you want it. Here's what we're doing. I've told you that we need implementation support, right? We're seeing our clients get incredible results with this ongoing focused support. And you heard from the content of this training today that having support to get clear, to keep going is critical, is essential. And it's the thing that's going to get you that ROI. It's the thing that's going to clear the blocks and fears around being seen and heard. It's the thing that's going to help you get clear and stay implementing till you are clear and more clear, right? So for our, I know several people, I'm going to say maybe 50 people have joined the group in the last couple of weeks. And a lot of people are talking and thinking about video. I want to make video. How do I use video to grow my coaching business? And so we decided to focus the next couple of weeks toward video through the holiday. And I have my premier program is called Make Videos That Sell. It's a comprehensive start to finish, get videos going, teeny tiny teaching topics, get the technology worked out. How do you get confident and practice, polish your performance rather? All of that is built into this. It's a program sells for $1,997. And what we're doing for the Cyber Monday holiday is we're offering that program and 3 months in our Visibility Power Up Mastermind so that you have community and support and a one-on-one consult with me. Because we don't want you to get the Make Videos That Sell program for this ridiculously awesome 95% off price and then not do it. So we're offering Make Videos That Sell for Power Up Your Presence members. You can message me or comment under this live and say, I want the link. And you can get Make Videos That Sell and 3 months in our mastermind, as well as a one-on-one consult with me for 97 bucks. So the membership has its privileges. We wanted you to be able to access that. We will make it available, as I said, after the Thanksgiving holiday for just a couple of days. And I'm doing it because video is so powerful and so important. It can have you sharing your message 24 hours a day, round the clock, round the globe. It's a great way to capture your enthusiasm and your energetic presence, to quickly provide value to and inspiration to people that you're called to serve. Consistent video use grew my business 5 times in less than a year, took me into a 6-figure business immediately upon implementing videos. It was within that year. It's such a powerful tool. So I'm here to make an impact. And the world is loud and noisy. And I see people saying, oh, it's too loud and noisy, I don't want to add to the fray. Your voice matters. You're a soloist in the choir of transformation. And if you don't sing your song, you're marketing your message, you're reaching people, you're serving people, then it goes unsung. And so reason number one, it is my calling to help you find your voice, share your voice, and do it in a way that uplifts others and grows your business. Okay, that's the manifestation for me of calling, is that successful business, and it's the way I'm going to make the most impact. And I know too that some of you who choose to say yes and get going with this may want the real acceleration, implementation support. And you might want to take that next step and have our support growing your business and working together in the future. So that's why I'm doing it, to help you grease the wheels on your video, get your message out there in the world, to uplift and serve, to fulfill my calling, and make it a no-brainer for you. And I know that some of you are going to see the power of having support and want to go further. And then we can support you there too. All right, my friends, happy. I will post the link. I'm going to come back and post the link under all the videos for the fast video formula. If you want an early link to get the Make Videos That Sell with 3 months support from me and my team and a one-on-one consult with me for 97 bucks, you have to be in the Power Up Your Presence group. Come on over there and ask for it, and I will give it to you today. All right, guys, blessings. See you soon. My mouse isn't working. All right, there we go. Bye, guys.